Hi, I'm Rod McKeever. I am the owner and head instructor here at Team Victory Muay Thai and Boxing in the city of Inglewood. Yeah, we're City of Champions. We're over here on the La Brea Boulevard Avenue. Here we're dedicated to teaching the art of Muay Thai and boxing, and an opportunity to teach people the passion, the art that I know I love so much, and have the ability and the pleasure and the blessings to be able to teach somebody, this art form and see how far they can take it.
So Rod, how'd you get started with Muay Thai?
You know what? I started off as a boxing. I got into boxing and started boxing. Just didn't really see how far I can go with boxing. Then I was introduced in Muay Thai, where I've kind of loved it more because for the fact that I was able to use other parts of my body. Even though boxing was always my foundation, but Muay Thai was definitely something that enhanced me to want to take it to the next level. And the art form and everything else. A lot of people always say about fighting, there's the sport and there's the martial art of it. Muay Thai has the martial art of it. It taught you the discipline, it taught you the self-control and ability to really brighten your mind and your body and what you can do. And so, boxing is the same thing. Boxing is a science, and Muay Thai is an art form. So Muay Thai has definitely been and with me for many years now. And now, 44 years old, I'm able to share this among other people, and not just teach them Muay Thai, but give them the art of boxing too, the sport, and then kind of collaborate together.
When did you open up Team Victory?
Actually, we started Team Victory back in '06 as an outreach program. I was a youth leader at a church called Victory Outreach. That's how we pretty much got the name. I just thought that when our pastor opened up a church, here in Inglewood, there's so many gang members, drug addicts, and lost youth out there. I just thought, what a better way for me to go up to someone, and instead of saying, "Hey, Jesus Christ loves you," I was able to open up an opportunity where we turned our church fellowship hall into a Muay Thai boxing gym. And through that, I was able to go out in the streets of Inglewood and offer them that, where I can go up to you and say, "I want to invite you to church, to Jesus Christ," but at the same time, we have free training of Muay Thai. So we started off as that. Every week, we would break down the facility and set up a gym. And I've taught over, and no joke, over 500 people over a 4-year period as an outreach program. We never charge anybody, none of the kids. And it was just a way for them to learn Muay Thai and boxing, but at the same time instill Jesus Christ in their life. After that, of course, so many years, we kind of turned the church into a smelling gym, and it was time for us to really transition to something else. Of course, we couldn't keep the name Victory Outreach, so I said, what a better way to call it Team Victory, because I believe all of us are victorious under God, so we're a team, and our goal is to be victorious. Win or lose, we have the victory. And I figured Team Victory was a great name, was a good, tough name, and it's a powerful name. And now we're a business. We've been in this location here in Inglewood for almost 5 years now. We moved to Hawthorne. We were there for a little while. We came here to Inglewood, back to Inglewood, and we've established ourselves in this location, and it's been growing ever since. And it's been a blessing that God's kept these doors open for myself and a lot of these students.
What are the benefits for you and your students or the people you train for training with Muay Thai?
The benefits, I've always said, I'm not here to make champions. It was more for me to instill this art into their lives, where they can find and build a foundation in their life. Now, of course, this is not a church, I'm not God, but with this art, it was able to show something that they can do whatever they want to do. And it's like going to the gym every day. Well, this is like coming to the gym every day. Eventually, you're going to grow from it and make something of it. So the benefit of doing Muay Thai and boxing was to teach them a different route, a different way, a positive way in their life, and make something of it. You could be training and get fit, or become a champion one day.
What kind of impact has Muay Thai and teaching had on your life and on your family?
Well, it's bittersweet, you know. I mean, it took, Muay Thai has always been something that, you know, over the years has kept me straight. Of course, I give that to, you know, all glory to God. He's kept me away from the drugs and the gangs and all that stuff. And you know, it taught me values and you know, I always had to keep my toes and be that man that people could say, look, you know what, he's doing the right thing. I want to be that way too. But then every good thing that you do, there's always those baggages, those little turns that you always end up. I put too much of this. I didn't know how to balance certain things from my family into what I was doing. So there's ins and outs, you know what I mean? But I'm grateful that I'm still here, and I'm grateful that I'm still able to teach this. But you know, it's not always been a perfect road. It's been a roller coaster. It's up and down, you know. And but we're still here for a reason, and I'm grateful that I get to share this with my kids. My son, he's been doing it for many years with me, and I'm able to share this with guys like Lorenzo or Jay, and some of these guys that you know, you might not see on the interview or on the camera. But it's been a blessing, you know. There's some goods and bads, but overall, Muay Thai, for myself, has definitely been a foundation to be an opportunity, be an example among these men and women in this place.
Do you remember your first fight and the feeling you got just before getting in the ring?
Are we talking about the street fight, or? It's almost the same thing. Like, I think it's worse for me when I corner them. It's almost that same feeling. You know, I always tell people, it's like when you get in line to get on Goliath in Magic Mountain, and it's like an hour wait, and you have that stomach feeling, and you can't wait, but you're nervous at the same time. Your anxiety, you're nervous, your butterfly, it's all that feeling. But then as soon as you get hit, punch, it goes out the door. As soon as you hit that ride, it goes down that first drop, everything goes smooth from there. It's all about, I always learned, and I tell my people, is you have to fight to win, but not fight to survive. The minute you fight to survive, you're gonna lose the fight. You have to fight to win. And that's where the communication and everything else fills. And I think what I've learned from my experience to what I share with these guys is that you've got to do everything you can to be in there. You're gonna be nervous, you're gonna wanna throw up, you wanna do everything else. You might even have a doubt in your mind that you might lose, but we always have to fight to win a fight.
Do you have any upcoming fights?
For myself, no, 44 years old, but there is a rumor that has been going on that I've been sharing, that I've dropped so much weight over the past 3 years because we are planning to go to Thailand to do a 2-week training, and I would like to put my old butt in there and see what I can do for a 4-round fight. So that's just rumors. If it happens, it happens, but hey, if anybody can do it, and if I'm sharing that anybody can do it, then I gotta practice what I preach. So there's a possibility, maybe. You gotta stay tuned for that.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know if you do.
No. But you'll find out if it does happen.
So you mentioned earlier that you trained some UFC guys.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, you know, over the years, like I said, God's been good. That we start off, you know, just training Muay Thai and boxing, and I'm blessed that I'm able to use my skill and my talent to able to share among other fighters. I've taught and still are training a lot of pro fighters. You know, I've taught Ruben Duran, Bobby Green. I work with Jeremy Stevens over there in San Diego. Right now, I got Willie Gates in the UFC. I'm working with Cristo Giagos in the UFC. And right now, I have a lot of pro MMA fighters from different promotions that I'm working with. I have a pro boxer, Rico Suavecito Ramos. He was a former WBA champion, bantamweight champion. He's under me. So it's been an amazing ride for me to be able to utilize the Muay Thai and boxing. I think the abilities that I'm able to transition those two arts into the MMA. Again, I never fought MMA, but just knowing that what I can do in those two art form and instill in these fighters it's been great. You know, I mean, you win some, you lose some, but to know that, you know, someone like me from the city of Inglewood is able to branch out there and be out there among these great promotions and really broadcast and promote Team Victory out there, you know, for where we started from as an outreach to where we are today. If you're talking about a boom, a sky rise thing of just overnight sensation, Team Victory has become that. we've become more than just a Muay Thai gym. We've become a trademark in the art of Muay Thai and boxing because we were able to instill those two arts into the MMA. So yes, I've been working with a lot of pro fighters and still working with them. I have a sister gym called Pinnacle MMA in Redlands that I'm the striking coach over there. Twice a week I corner and train their pro fighters over there. If you're around the Redlands area, I would suggest you guys go check them out over there. We're part of that over there, but they're dedicated more on the MMA part. So that's Pinnacle MMA in Redlands. Go check them out. Great school.
You mentioned earlier that it started out as a smaller operation. How many people do you have coming through here right now?
You know, it's the people that we have come in here. It goes up and down. It's like any other gym. You have your off seasons and your on seasons. I mean, right now, I mean, give and take, I think we have about a good 60, 65, maybe more. You know, when you're trying to run the gym, teach, and run the books, and run the numbers, and trying to do everything yourself, and I'm not trying to pat myself on that, but it's pretty hard, you know what I mean? Trying to make things happen, and but just the people that I know that comes in and out these gym and training, we have about that much, you know? That's not including some of the pro fighters that we have, or people just coming in and just getting some work in, but faithfully dedicated students, we have about that amount of people.
Mm-hmm. And when did you start teaching or becoming a coach?
This would be early 2004 or 5, mm-hmm. where I was teaching other gyms, and I just felt like, why make money and do things for other gyms where I can use it as an outreach and use my knowledge of it. So it's been over, it's going on for how many years now, you know? And sometimes they say you become a better person, a better who you are as a teacher. So you got to think how many people I've taught over the years from different places, different gyms, and different locations that I brought Team Victory. You know, from Inglewood to Hawthorne and back over here to Redlands over here. You know, so it's been a long time now.
Mm-hmm. Has being a coach maybe changed your perspective or changed your passion for Muay Thai?
It has. I respect it more. I value it more because I'm not the person, you know, on the end of the pads or the mitts. I'm the one actually instructing vocal, physically. You know, these guys endure so much time and training, but can you imagine a lot of us trainers, what we have to put ourselves into. We're like a punching bag for these guys and women. And most of all, we don't just teach people how to punch and kick and throw knees and elbows and how to fight. There's a lot of masterminding, a lot of homework, a lot of studying, a lot of things that we have to do just to prepare us a class. Like a regular teacher can create a study the night before. Well, we have to come up with curriculums that we have to do the day before, and so we have to teach. It's not something we just came up with and say, okay, punch the bag, you know. And that's why Team Victory's become such a technical school, because I teach everybody. I don't just teach the pros and amateurs and then go home. I teach the kids class, teenagers class, beginners class, advanced class. I teach everybody here. Of course, I have a lot of great help here. You know, I have Coach Danny as our cutman and our boxing coach. I got Coach Fernando, you know, he helps out. He's our conditioning coach, amazing guy. I have a great group of people here that helps out. Some of my fighters, they come in and help out. But most of all, I've learned a lot as a coach over the years to respect and to appreciate of what I do here and what the art of Muay Thai is. You know, people always say it's good to pay homage and to visit the land where it started from. But just because you've never been there doesn't mean you don't understand. I think the years that you learn and teach this traditionally it's eating. If you ate Mexican food for all your life and never been to Mexico, doesn't mean you never ate Mexican food. Just because I've never been to Thailand, but I've taught it for so many years, doesn't mean I don't know Muay Thai. If our people are being productive and are winning and being recognized traditionally what Muay Thai is, and I think we've done our job and my job as a practitioner, as a teacher, and as a person that loves this art, and I think we've deserved to be acknowledged in that same art form, even though we are American Thai boxers.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with us or say about your school?
Well, you know what? We're not about, you know, Team Victory, it's always been about a place to offer and give a place for people to come and learn the art of Muay Thai, first of all, and boxing, and really just develop a relationship among the men and women that we have here, build a home, and find a way to get away from the streets and whatever trials and tribulations they might be going through inside their home or outside at work, at school, with their loved ones, with their family. Like I said, this is not a sanctuary, this is not a church. I mean, I truly believe everything that we do here, we all do it under God, you know what I mean? Or we try to do our best and to respect Him and represent Him. I always tell my guys, we worship Him and praise Him when we win. We do the same thing when we lose. And I think our foundation is not built in Muay Thai, but it's the glory of Jesus Christ that He gave us this place and He opened doors for us to be here. And I just want this gym to be that and always continue to be that. Even though if I'm no longer around and my son's able to take over for me, or some of these guys will branch off and open up Team Victory, that will be the foundation. That we're not a kick butt gym or a champion gym, but a gym that opens and gives opportunity to learn this art.
All right, Kru Rod, thank you so much for your time.
No.
And we wish you the best.
Thank you. Well, if you're looking for a traditional Muay Thai gym and a boxing gym, we are Team Victory Muay Thai and Boxing here in the city of Inglewood. Our address is 957 South La Brea Avenue here in the city of Inglewood, always up to no good. Our zip code is 90045. Our number is 310-844-3921. You can reach us through our social media. You can reach us Facebook at Team Victory, or you can reach us at Instagram at TV Muay Thai, or at Twitter at TV Muay Thai. Again, you know, we give the best offers and best pricing here, and we're open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. And again, we're here and open, and if you want to enhance or just learn the art of Muay Thai and boxing, we're here for you.